Welcome back to Field Ops with Friends, where we totally didn't just cycle over from break. Nope, not me. I didn't get a refill on my drink or anything. Nope.
Neither did I.
That's refreshing. I mean, anyway. Oh, yeah! This is a door where, like, when you come in, it's a missile door, and then you grab the ice beam, and it's an ice door, so if it's a rando and you go in there, you're stuck in there if you don't have ice beam, right?
Yup.
That sucks.
Well, yeah. Unless you're fancy.
Oh? How so?
What you can do is lay a power bomb at the entrance with the door already open, and you just walk right in. And then you run in, get the randomizer item, and because there's no like cutscene or anything for that, roll back to the front, and as this room is reloading, the power bomb explosion's still happening, and opens the blue part of the door on the other side.
That's cool.
And does that. Yeah, you can do that in a few rooms. You can do that sometimes for wave beam as well, but it is risky because it might not happen.
Ooh, and then you just get stuck there.
Yep.
So question, this goes to the sunken frigate, right?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Is this where I'm supposed to go?
For the next progression item, no.
Where does this go?
Goes to Talon Overworld South.
Yeah,
Great Tree Hall.
Oh,
better known as the front door to Phazon Mines. So, you know, if you think you're ready for that, why not?
No. Is that where you get X-ray visor?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you need power bombs to get X-ray visor.
Right.
That's probably why you're used to going there, because that is where you go right after Ice Beam in the speedrun route to grab the X-ray visor.
And then this goes to frigate, right?
Yep.
Okay. And normally we skip that, but we can't this time, right? You don't seem sure.
No. No, the only way we skip going through frigate is if we get power bombs early. You can only do that in a certain set of ways.
A really cool way that involves turning into a ball of light.
There's actually, because Plasma Beam is such an intended late game, there's actually one power bomb expansion that's blocked by Plasma Beam, but it's so far out of the way of everything.
It's in Fendrana, right?
Rounds, yeah, that it's just not
feasible.
Usually worth it.
Yeah, when you could just do the light thing, the light ball thing. So we're supposed to go
riskier. You know, if you want to try to do that without free movement underwater, sure.
See, that's what I was worried about. Oh, that was a great shot of her face there. Wow. Sir, can you, like, die, please? Hello? Ow. Well, that was flashy.
Explosions.
Bruh. He just wouldn't give up, man. So we need to go to all the way around to Fendrana at this point?
Yeah, if only there had been an ice door that we saw at the top of Spiderball tracks that we thought, oh, man, I wish I had Ice Beam for this.
I see what you did there.
Just like after we get Gravity Suit, we think back to this room and be like, oh, man, if only there was a room where I could have used freedom of movement underwater.
Golly, that's pretty crazy. I do find it ever so slightly annoying that you know you have to do that kind of backtracking, but also it's really solid game design.
Yeah, I mean this is a part of the game where your path forward is not supposed to be as straightforward, right? You beat the final boss, so to speak, of Fendrana Drifts, right? And so then it just kind of spits you out into a slightly less traversed region of other places you've been, with new stuff that you can just go re-explore and and take a while to go collect items or whatever.
Sure.
But the map design is done in a way to where as soon as you're done with Thardis, you see an ice door and be like, oh man, I wish I had an ice beam. Eventually you find the ice beam. And then hopefully you remember, oh yeah, there was an ice beam door there. Or you wait for the hint system to tell you there's something behind it.
So
likewise,
it gives you enough
as soon as
time,
you get an
right?
ice beam, it spits you out here where you would want a gravity suit.
Yeah.
Then you eventually go find the gravity suit and be like, oh yeah, if only there's a place where there's a lot of water that I had a miserable time at before, but now.
And it gives you enough time before the hint system kicks in, right? To like respect your intelligence, to give you a minute to like think about where it wants you to go.
Around now, it takes a good while for hints to show up. Yeah.
What is like, if you know, like what causes the hints to trigger, so to speak? Just time.
I'm 99% sure that it's the progression you just got. So it detects what progression you just got, which is why when you get space jump boots, it's like, oh, there's an adult Sheegoth in Phendrana Drifts, by the way. And then based on which one it is, it does a set amount of time that's different, I think, right? So as soon as you land, it's like, go get your missile launcher almost immediately as soon as you enter Chozo Ruins.
Right.
That one actually might be room-based, come to think of it.
I was thinking, like, if there was a way where it was like, how many rooms have you been through? Is this a way to get to where we're going, or do I need to go back?
Yeah, that'll work.
It's kind
It
of
was actually the fastest way.
tight. You were saying?
And then there's some, like right now, right, where you could be anywhere looking for anything, and it'll just, after X amount of time, be like, oh, there's a cold room in Chozo Ruins. Go check it out.
Ooh, we haven't been here, so that means... Yay, more missiles. Cool. Oop. Hey, Magmore. Beautiful. So I have a really random question for you. Assuming that you like soda, what is your favorite soda?
The other day. Balls.
The carbonated, like, energy drink water? Isn't that what that was?
It's a soda.
Is it?
But it's got a lot of caffeine in it, yeah.
Interesting. Hold up. Wait, no, that's the front. Actually, not sure where I'm going here. I go that way. I go here, so if I go that way, it takes me back to the geothermal core, which is where I could get plasma beam if I was crazy. Am I supposed to be heading back there?
That's where you came from Thardis.
Right, and that's where the ice door was. All right, so I guess now's the time that we have to ask the important question, right? Do we go for plasma early?
It's a big sequence break to go for plasma at any point that's before power bombs. Before main power bombs.
However, if all we did was got plasma but didn't use it to open anything early outside of like artifacts, because, haha.
I mean, you'd still have to backtrack as much as we would without having to do that. Because we'd still have to go get grapple, we still have to go get X-ray after power bombs.
Yeah, but
So it's still a
grapple's in the
two-line strip.
mines, right?
But X-ray is not.
Oh, that's right, because, yeah, so you have to leave and... that's true. But isn't X-ray close to the entrance of main mines, though?
Yeah.
So it's not that much of a backtrack. Not compared to coming all the way back here, right?
Not as much, no.
I just turned myself around really bad. So I don't know what you think. I like the idea of having that extra DPS.
Has.
And
If you want to do it, you can.
I know, but like, if you think it ruins the experience, I don't want to.
I was told when I was brought onto this program that we could go fast, but not get things out of order. So that's what I've been going with. You want to break that verbal contract of ours? Be my guest.
Ah, man.
What I was gonna say before my internet fritzed out a little bit is that there is an elevator to mines right here, right? So you can pop in, pop out, get the X-ray visor, pop back into mines, pop out that elevator, grab this, and pop back into mines. Like the backtracks aren't that bad if you know where to go.
True. All right, if I can make that in one try, we'll go for it. Otherwise, we'll come back.
This 1.0.
Yeah. Why? Does that matter?
Okay. That stalactite looked out of place.
Oh.
They remove it in later versions.
Ah, no! Alright, rip.
Was it meant to be?
It sure wasn't. They removed it to prevent this exact thing?
In an effort to, yeah, but you can still make the jump without going on top of it if you know how to yeehaw jump. So
Yeehaw jump.
they did further things to prevent you getting plasma early specifically. They put Bendesium blocks in front of the ice door.
Oh.
So you need power bombs.
Rude.
And
Oh no.
if you somehow get to that door before you get the grapple beam item in the grapple beam room, there is just an arbitrary that goes away once you get the grapple beam.
An arbitrary what?
Lock
Oh.
on the door.
Like
You
one of
just
those
can't open it.
unbreakable like door braces?
Mhm.
That's weird. Man, they really don't want you having early plasma.
Mhm. Can't imagine why.
It is rather game breaking.
And I noticed, I was watching a stream earlier today of someone playing the trilogy version of Prime, and they went to go get the grapple beam, and they had added Bendesium blocks in front of the grapple beam door as well.
Why?
Because they really want you to get to the point where you get power bombs before you get the stuff that you're supposed to have power bombs for, because that's like the late game to them, and they don't want you to have late game stuff in mid game because it cracks the game wide open.
See, if we had that plasma.
I said grapple beam is pretty useless.
Yeah, I don't like. I get
Not
why
to the
it's there.
casual
But
player, but yeah, it's the least important item for people who know what they're doing in randomizers and stuff.
Okay, which one?
Well, one of them looks like it takes you back to Research Core. So if you want to go back to the Dark Labs,
I sure
by all
don't.
means. So it looks
We
like you
don't
have
need
two
to go
other
back there
options.
because of your shenanigans, right?
We got the super missile and the artifact there, I believe, right?
I'm pretty sure.
So we should have no reason to go back.
Cool. All right, so top or bottom?
How about we scope them out and you tell me?
Okay.
Up it is.
Here's hoping. That was fun. Oh, you can grapple on those. I forgot.
Yeah.
Ah, what? Uh-oh. 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 Do I need plasma for them? Because they're red.
You need to scan them.
Or I could
Or
evaporate
blow
it.
it
Whoa. What did I land on? That was weird.
Ice.
Yay. Can that crush you?
No, but it can land on top of you and trap you inside it.
Oh, what? That's not what I was expecting. Oh, that's just a... Is that a save room?
I believe so.
You know what? I don't need your save.
Apps a keyboard. This is the best morphball tunnel in the game, in my opinion.
Because it's fun.
Yes.
Because it's super fun. I dig that. You get that sense of speed, you know? Oh my. Oh, Fendrana's Edge. This room can eat my ass, dude. I hate this room.
Hi, all you gotta do is drop to the next door.
Yeah, until you got to come back for that artifact that makes no sense in its positioning inside of a wall. That, oh god, it feels so inconsistent to me.
It's just as hidden as the one in Magnor's column, just in a less in your way place.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's fair. But I don't know, there's just something about it.
And I will say, this is a room you don't go in as much as the other room.
Oh, yeah. Man, this room looks similar. Okay. Oh, yo. Got him. Alright, so over there, probably. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man, I remember fighting things like this in Prime 2 and always hating them. Oh, you turd.
There's a lot of enemies in Prime 2 I hate.
Would you say Prime 2 is your least favorite Prime game?
Out of the 3 main ones, yes.
Oh, that's right. There's like Prime Pinball and Prime Hunters, right?
And Federation Force.
Federation Force is considered a Prime game?
It's called Metroid Prime Federation Force.
I had no idea. Wow. Interesting.
Any first-person Metroid, they release under the Metroid Prime brand. The exception is Metroid Prime Pinball, but that's because it's a pinball version of Metroid Prime.
I hear it's actually surprisingly good.
It's a great game.
We may have to explore this in the future.
It's still a pinball game, so it's like, you know, you do well for a while, and then you suddenly don't.
That's my life in
Reset.
a nutshell, my dude.
We used to try to do a segment for pinball on our Metroid charity marathon, but year after year we found estimating a time for it wildly difficult, because if we were doing well that year, we beat it in, you know, less than an hour.
Oh, of course.
But if no one could get a good run going, it would take, you know, we'd be at it for 4 and be just where we started.
So you can beat that game.
Yeah, there's a light progression to it. Of course, whenever you beat it, you just keep going until you get a game over. Still,
that makes sense.
There's it's like a epilogue New Game Plus kind of stage.
Oh man, what was Metroid? No, hang on. Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire for Game Boy Advance. I loved that game as a kid.
Because you could fill a Pokedex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had to like figure out how to get each Pokemon, and a lot of them had these really weird requirements.
Yeah, I played a little of the original one, and I liked it a lot.
I just noticed that when you get this suit, she like assumes the suit get stance. She like closes her eyes in such like a finally way. She's just like, finally, this water can eat it. Damage reduction and free movement. Yes. Okay, so from a scientific standpoint, can you explain to me how the gravity suit works?
The best excuse I've heard is it changes the suit's molecular density.
That's a stretch, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, I can't think of a way that the modern science I know of could explain it.
What the heck?
I don't know. To ask a scientist.
I'll do that. As soon as this episode goes live, I'm going to call a scientist and I'll be like, hi, can you explain to me why video games aren't real?
That'd be a good segment, like interview video for like a Metroid fan site, where they get on the horn with the scientist and go over each of Samus's upgrades and be like, how feasible is this in real life?
I am so here for that. That would be awesome.
Given supreme athleticism that she displays, how possible is this?
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a thing you need to specify. Oh, whoa! Can you just like, even when they're closed, missiles fuck them up? Oh no. Okay, I just got lucky. Hello. Hello. Oh, you turd!
Hey,
Okay.
look, we got to the bottom door.
Yeah. And just at this point that I realize we've made a circle. So, question about the damage reduction of your suits in this game. The Varia suit, does it actually give you any damage reduction?
10%.
What percent?
10.
10%. That's weak.
Yeah.
What about this one?
20%.
Does that stack with the 10%?
No, it becomes 20.
Oh. And then the Phazon suit?
It becomes 50.
That's a jump. That's a good jump.
Yeah.
So that's why in a rando, that's just fantastic then, yeah?
Yeah. And randomizer will usually change it, because in the game code, the damage reduction is tied to the suit itself, right? So if the first suit you got was Phazon suit, you'd have 50% damage reduction. In randomizer, that's somewhat of a common occurrence. So it's an option. You don't have to do it this way, but for the most part, people do it to where it's progressive damage reduction.
Interesting.
Like Prime randomizer in particular doesn't have progressive suits, because each suit kind of gives you a different quality or ability, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heat protection, which, yeah, heat protection for the sake of this argument. Freedom of movement, and then Phazon usage and protection, right?
Right.
Though I will say, in this game, coded as vanilla, any suit gives you heat protection.
Does it?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So that's another common randomizer change.
Whoops.
Where are we going?
Not that way. This is a slot door. I'm like, hell no. That's really interesting, though.
Yeah. Now that's opposed in opposition to a game like, excuse me, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, right? There are two suits you get in that game that do the same thing, but the second one does it a lot better, right? The second one gives you more damage reduction, and it completely eliminates damage from the Dark World. Whereas the first suit, the Dark suit, just reduces it a lot, right? So in that game, they do progressive suits, like you see in a lot of Zelda randomizers, where it's progressive mail or progressive tunic.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason really not to.
Question about that. Is there really only 2 suit upgrades in Echoes?
Yeah, you start with the Varia suit and never use it.
Okay.
Or never lose it, sorry.
So, first of all, is this where I'm supposed to go?
That could work, yeah.
Okay. So, what about the Ingstorm stuff? Or is that a different upgrade?
Stuff?
Yeah, like
walking through Ingstorm?
Yeah. Like what prevents the damage there?
That comes with the light suit.
Okay.
The light suit gives you max damage reduction. I don't know if it's 50 or not. I don't know Echoes as well.
Yeah.
It prevents Dark World atmosphere damage. It lets you walk through Inkclaws and Inkstorm, where the Dark Sword, the Dark Suit only lets you walk through Inkclaws. And it lets you walk through Dark World water.
Okay. Wow.
So it does a lot. It does everything the Dark Suit does, but a lot more. So that's why that's progressive, and here it's not.
I do find it interesting that you said that any suit gives you heat reduction in this game. So the gravity suit gives you the freedom of movement, and it gives you heat resistance. And then the Phazon suit gives you the Phazon resistance and heat resistance, but not freedom of movement?
That's correct.
That's so wild.
For some reason, gravity suit's the only one that gives you freedom of movement.
Huh.
What's interesting is that you know that if you enter Magmor before you have the Varia suit, there's a couple rooms that are heated, and then as you start to approach a heated room, you get a little warning that says high heat area approaching or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't show up if you go there with the Varia suit, right?
Sure.
But if you go there with the gravity or Phazon suit, the text will still warn you, because it detects you do not have the Varia suit. And it will say, hey, high heat area approaching, and then you just don't take damage. So before they made that change where they split that functionality only to Varia suit, they used to call it the text removal suit.
Say that again, though. Just that what you call that room.
What room?
Sorry, my brain just died. Give me a second. Rebooting. Okay, while my brain reboots, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and we're gonna call it here for this episode. So, hope you can remember what it was that Elias said that he's gonna have to repeat for me here in a second because my brain had a total derp moment. So, next time on Field Ops with Friends, we're gonna go through the frigate, I guess. So, yeah, okay, bye.